on the Beebles in another pitcher's duel, and once again we lost to the Beebles 2-1 for the second time this season as they swept the season series. And with that, we fell to 7-8 on the year. 6-8, sorry, can't math, but the sim was favorable to us and it kept our hopes alive. We're out of the division title race, but we still mathematically have a path to the playoffs. But as of right now, there are no more mulligans, no more do-overs, no more retries, no more respawns, no nothing. You lose, it's officially over, and we'll make this a doubleheader episode. If we win, we'll play the last game of the regular season in a different episode. That's really the only difference. Today is our final matchup against the Overdogs this season. If we check the schedule here. Played them earlier this year. We lost rather badly to them, 10-4, thanks to in large part to Pewter Base, but that was the last time Pewter Base had any trouble in the league, and he's been solid since. So, looking to keep it going. On the mound for the Overdogs, it is their second pitcher, Jerry Caps. He's 2-1. He has a 1.16 ERA and an 0.64 WHIP. And on the mound for us is rookie left-hander Emily Bonventre, 1-2 with a 9.72 ERA and a 1.92 WHIP. Hey, one boy, how's it going? Lineup for today's game: Swiner locked in and left, Hurls at second, Warren in center, Doherty at first, Oliver behind the dish, Mahoney in right, Electro at short, and Winkleson at third. Bonventre on the mound. Here we go. Alrighty. The Overdogs have pretty much given up on this season already. They have already been mathematically eliminated via run differential, so they've already sold out most of their club. We, however, we're still in it. We believe in ourselves. Here we go. Leading off for the Overdogs, Keith, Slam, and Rush. Leading off is the rookie second baseman, Harrison Keith. He's locked in. It's hitting 255, 2 homers, and 4 RBIs. There's Bonventre's numbers on the year. She is 1-2 with a 9.72 ERA and a 1.92 WHIP. 3 games started. She's given up 18 earned runs in 16 2/3 innings. Not even it's about just over 5 1/3 innings to start there. 31 hits surrendered, 4 homers, 1 walk, and 11 strikeouts. Batting average against the 387. Bonventre has not had a very good rookie campaign. Trying to bounce back in her final start, try to keep our playoff hopes alive. Lineup for the Overdogs: after Keith, it is locked in center fielder Jackie Slam. Then it's left fielder today, Damian Rush. Joseph Trunk is 10s over at first base. Mike Floral, the shortstop, is 10s. Then it's backup catcher Fiona Clark. Third baseman, new signee Keg Gutterson. Batting 8th, rookie right fielder Devin Splits. And then Jerry Caps is rounding it out in the 9 slot. Here we go. Here, high misses for ball 1. Cutter middle of the plate, that is skied to left, right center field. Mahoney going over. He will make the catch, 1 out. Next up is Jackie Slam, the center fielder. She's also locked in, hitting 408, 6 homers, and 11 RBIs on the year for Slam. Good year for her. The rest of her teammates have been letting her down, though. Here's the curveball lined at the middle. That is a base hit. Warmer gets it in, and it'll be a 1-out single for Slam. Yes, quiet indeed. Batting 3rd is left fielder Damian Rush. He's hitting 208, 5 homers, 14 RBIs. Another solid power year for Damian, but average not looking so hot. First pitch, 0-1. Check swing high, 1-1. Chase the heater low, 1-2 the count. Curveball's low, 2-2. Seamer outside, 3-2 the count. Runner inside, dribble to second. As there tags the runner, makes the throw to first. Good play by Nathaniel to end the inning. Bottom one, we're scoreless. Swiner, Hose, and Worrymore due up against Caps. Swiner leads off. He's left fielders locked in, hitting .350 with a homer, 7 RBIs on the year. On the mound for the Overdogs is their 2, Jerry Caps. Caps on the year. He got the win in against us in that start, I believe, or no. The bullpen did, but he was the starter that game. Caps is 2-1. He has a 1.16 ERA and an 0.64 WHIP. In his 3 starts, he's given up only 3 earned runs. 23 in the third innings pitched, so an average of 7 2/3 innings to start. Very solid year for Jerry. 13 hits surrendered. 2 of them walks. He's thrown 2 complete game shutouts. Neither of them were against us, just FYI. We're the team that got the 3 runs off him. 2 homers given up, 2 walks, and 20 strikeouts. Batting average against 169 for Jerry. That's a really good year. I'm not gonna lie. He's ahead 0-1 on the heater. That's high. That one's high. 1-1. Ball, that's outside. 2-seamer outside. 2-1. Fastball at the knee. Swiner hits it in the gap to left center, and that's going to split the fielders all the way to the wall. That'll be extra bases for Buck to lead off the game. Buck continues his hot hitting. He's on with the leadoff double. Attaboy, Buck. Attaboy. Next up, Nathaniel Hurls, the second baseman, back in the lineup after being benched for a game. Powers right-hander active, hitting .238 with 1 RBI. Cutter in there at the knees, 0-1. Fastball right, that's skied to left field. That's going to hang up for Rush, who should make the catch. And he does. 1 out. Next up, center fielder Spool Worrymore, rookie hitting .321 with 4 homers and 10 RBIs on the year. Heater away in there for a strike, 0-1. Chase it up in an 0-2 the count to Worrymore. Whiffer now active. Fastball up line to second is right at Keith, though, for the second out. Next up, rookie first baseman Marion Doherty, hitting .302, 6 homers, 15 RBIs on the year. Team leader in home runs and RBIs. Slider low, ball 1. She is second in the league in home runs and second in RBIs as well. Heater low, 1-1. Fastball away the center, that is down for a hit. Coming around third is Buck. He's going to try and beat the throw. He will. It's an RBI single for Doherty. She'll extend her team lead in RBIs, and it's already 1-0. Buzzards have the early lead, and that'll bring up catcher Bern Oliver. Rookie hitting .289 with 4 RBIs on the year. No, inside. Fastball inside, ball 1. Ball, that's low. Low heater, 2-0. Chase the outside dribbler to second. Keith has to go to first, but that will end the inning. Buzzards, though, take the early lead on the single by Doherty. It is 1-0 to the second. Trunk, Floral, and Clark do up. Leading off is 10's first baseman Joseph Trunk, the former Buzzards player, hitting only a .189 on the year. No homers, no RBIs. And at this moment, I don't feel bad for getting rid of him. Elise Butcher has 2 RBIs this year, and she's hitting almost at .300. Cutter up is fouled off, 0-1. Fastball ground and then hold a short, backhanded by Electro. Good play. 1 down. Next up is shortstop Mike Floral. He's tense as well, hitting with a .149. 2 homers, 8 RBIs, and he has Powers left-hander active here. Ball down at the knees, low, ball 1. Cutter up and in is chased, 1-1 the count. Slider down in the way is low in the dirt. Good pick there by Oliver, 2-1. Two-seamer up and away is fouled off 2-2. Four-seamer up and in, called strike 3. First punch up for the rookie Bonventre. 2 down in the inning. Brings it back up clutcher Fiona Clark, hitting a $115 with an RBI. The one-time Buzzards player as well. She was backup catcher last year for half a season before we got Sam Perez. For a ball low, ball 1. Fastball grounded hard to third. Winkelson picks it, makes the play to first. That's a 1-2-3 inning. Clark now tense as we head to the bottom of the second. We're still up 1-0. Mahoney, Electro, Winkelson, and then the pitcher slot are due up here in the second. Leading off right fielder Carter Mahoney, hitting .333, 3 RBIs on the year for Carter. Hitting rather well recently. Fastball at the knees, 0-1. Fastball middling, grounded hard to second off the diving Keys glove. That is an infield single for Mahoney. First hit of the game for Carter. He's 1 for 1. Next up is shortstop Eduardo Electro. He's hitting .429 with 3 RBIs on the season. Shortstop getting the start today over fielder, who is tense. Fastball at the knees, 0-1. Cutter at the knees, that's skied to center. This should hang up here for Slam. She will make the catch easily, 1 down. Next up is third baseman outfield Winkelson. He moves over to third because Butcher is tenth, so Doherty needs to play first base today. Winkelson, the rookie, hitting .340 with a homer and 6 RBIs this year. Solid numbers for him. Slider inside, misses, ball 1. Fastball middle in, that's hit down the right field line. That is going to be a fair ball, and that's going to hook towards the corner. Splits there to cut it off. Going for second is Winkelson. He is safe on the double as it's dropped anyway by Floral. That'll put runners at second and third. 1 down for the pitcher Bonventre, who got a contact boost last episode. She is locked in, hitting a $143 with 2 RBIs. Strike in there, 0-1. Infield at normal depth here. Quickly behind 0-2. Chased inside and fouled off, 0-2. Fastball away, chopper to second. That's going to get the job done. Keith to first. It's an RBI for Bonventre. 2-0 to score. Next up, Swiner. He doubled his first time up and then scored on the single by Doherty in the first inning. Looking to drive in the runner at third, but 2 down. High heater misses from Caps, ball 1. Heater high, 2-0. Chase to fastball inside, 2-1. Fastball way blooper to left field. That is going to get down. Another RBI for Buck. His second hit, he's 2 for 2. It's 3-0 Buzzards as we convert. Damn right, son. We do take that. Next up is Hurls. He's 0 for 1 today. Flew out his first time up to left field. Cutter at the knees, 0-1. He ate her away, 1-1. Fastball down, chopped to third. Gutterson the first. That should end the inning, and it will. Give credit to Caps. He didn't go 10s after giving up the 2 runs this inning, but still he's down 3-0 to the third. Bottom 3 in the lineup up for the Overdogs. Gutterson, Splits, and Caps. Leading off the inning, veteran third baseman Keg Gutterson, hitting .200 on the year. Gutterson recently picked up out of free agency by the Overdogs that they had given up on their season. Curveball at the knees, chop foul, 0-1. Fastball up and in is fouled off, 0-2. Tough out active for Gutterson here. Slider from away is high and outside, 1-2. Bonventre still locked in after last inning and the RBI ground out. Two-seamer line in the hole short, just out of the leaping reach of Electro. That is going to be a base hit for Gutterson. Bonventre no longer locked in, and that'll bring up rookie right fielder Devin Splits, hitting a $111 with 1 homer and 3 RBIs. He also has power versus lefty active is here as well. This two-seamer down in the way is lined foul out of play as he guessed the location right, but he was way late on the swing. Four-seamer up and in is inside, 1-1. Cutter up and away is high, 2-1. Two-seamer down, check swing, it's low, 3-1. Ball down and in is low, ball 4. First walk from Bonventre, Splits reaches, and that'll bring up the pitcher slot with 2 on and none down. Caps is hitless on the year. He's probably going to bunt here, although infield is at double play depth. Fastball up, bunt shown and pulled back. Strike called at the letters, 0-1. Cutter up, bunt is down to the mound. Bonventry to third, gets the job done. Winkelson back to first, it's a double play. 1-5-3. Good heads-up play by the rookies to get the job done. Rookie to rookie to rookie. Next up, Keith, he's 0-for-1. Runner at second, 2 down instead of 2 in scoring position with none down. Gutterson probably should have made that a hit and run suicide bunt. Oh well. Bonventry once again locked in after the second double play of the game. Keith flew out to right center field his first time up. Fastball is high, ball 1. Slider down and away, chop the first. Doherty charges, makes the play herself, and that ends the inning. Good pitching by Bonventry to get out of the jam. Bottom 3, we're still up 3-0. Heart of the lineup coming up for the Buzzards. Worrymore, Doherty, and Oliver. Hopefully everybody's having a good evening out there as Worrymore here leads off in the 3rd inning. So for 1 with the ground out today. Cutter high, ball 1. Fastball down and in, chopper to short. Easy play for Floral. 1 down. Next up is Doherty. She's 1-for-1 with the RBI single back in the 1st inning. Now up to a team leading 16 RBIs. Cutter high, ball 1. Slider down's line, and good reactions by Caps to save his face. 2 down, and now to bring up Oliver. He grounded out to second base his first time up. Cutter, curveball up, his slider up is fouled off, 0-1. Fastball up and in is chopped at the middle. Keith there to backhand it. He'll make the play to first. That is a 1-2-3 inning for Caps to bounce back. To the 4th, we're still up 3-0. Slam, Rush, and Trunk do up 2, 3, and 4 here for the Overdogs. Here's Jackie Slam. She singled back in the 1st inning. 1-for-1 today. First one slider at the knees. That is line to center field. Worrymore in to make the catch on the line, or 1 out. Next up is Rush. He's 0-for-1 today. First pitch cutter up and in is high. Ball 1. Receiver down and in, check swing strike, 1-1. Ball down at the knees, line to 3rd. Winkelson dives, ricochets it to Electro, who fires in time. That is a 5-6-3 put out. Good teamwork there on the left side of the infield. Next up is Trunk. He's 0-for-1. Still tense out there. Christmas juicy up and away is outside. Ball 1. Forcing weapon in is popped up, foul territory on the right side. Mahoney racing over into foul territory. He will run it down, and that is a 1-2-3 inning. Nice acrobatics there in the field from the left side of the infield as we keep a 0 on the board for Bonventry. To the bottom of the 4th, it is still 3-0. Mahoney, Electro, and Winkelson do up. Mahoney leads off. He's 1-for-1 today with a single. Looking to get the rally started here in the 4th inning. Strike in there, 0-1. Fastball up and in, chopper to first. Trunk there to make the play himself, 1 out. Next up is Electro. He grounded out to short his first time up. He's 0-for-1. Fastball, change up low, ball 1. Swing to a fastball away, 1-1. Slider low on the check swing, 2-1. Fastball middle in, line to left center. That is down for a base hit on Electro. It's his first hit today. He is 1-for-2. Good swinging by Eduardo to get on, and that'll bring up Winkelson, 1-for-1 with the double. Cutter up is fouled off, 0-1. Chased it high, 0-2. Slider away, blooper to right field. That is going to get down in front of this right fielder splits. Base hit for Winkelson, and that's 2 on and 1 down for Bonventry. Emily's 0-for-1 today. She has an RBI ground out to her credit. Cutter at the knees, 0-1. Bunt down this time to the left side of the infield. Caps no play anywhere. He has to go to first. Sacrifice succeeds for Emily. 2 down. That's going to bring up Swiner. He singled in the run last time up. He's also doubled. He's 2-for-2 and still locked in. Can Buck come through with 2 outs one more time? Fastball away, misses from Jerry. Ball 1. Heater in there. I should have swung. 1-1. Slider at the knees. Blooper to right field. That's going to hang up, though, as Splits makes the catch, and we fail to score this time with 2 outs. To the 5th, it's still 3-0, though. Floral, Clark, and Gutterson do up 5, 6, and 7 for the Overdogs as they look to get back in the game. Floral due to lead off. Shortstop's 0 for 1 today. Still has his power of his left-hander trait active, though, so he is still dangerous to a degree. First pitch slider, middle in, is inside on the check swing. Ball 1. Seamer away, fouled off. 1-1 the count to Michael. Seamer down and away is chased outside. 1-2. Cutter up and in. Swung through it, strike 3. Second punch out for Emily. 1 down. Next up is the catcher Clark. She grounded out her last time up. She's 0 for 1. And she is now tense. Four-seamer down and in, line to third, right at Winkleson. He makes the catch at his shoe tops, 2 down. Gonna bring up Gutterson. He singled his first time up and then was erased on a failed sacrifice bunt double play. First pitch to him, a curveball down and away. That is driven in the gap left center field, hit pretty well by Keg. Swiner lays out for it, makes the nice catch. Big Country lays it all out in the gap to make the stop. Bottom 5, we're still up 3-0. Another 1-2-3 inning for the rookie Bonventre as she has a shutout through 5. To the 6th, it's the heart of our lineup coming up. Hurls, Worrymore, Doherty, and Oliver. Yep, Buck doing what he does best, laying out for it. Here's Hurls, he's 0 for 2 today, looking to bounce back at the plate. Fastball inside, misses. Ball 1. Hank, give it to Caps. He's hung in there after giving up the 3 early runs. He never went tense. He refocused, and so far he's pitched really well. Still a quality start. Heater inside, 2-0. Fastball fouled off, 2-1. Probably get pinch hit next inning, though. Cutter in there, 2-2. Fastball at the knees is fouled off. Still 2-2 to Hurls. Chased inside and fouled off. Nathaniel fighting to stay alive. Slider down and in. That's a liner to center, and Hurls has his first hit today. He is 1 for 3. Good job, Nathaniel. Next up is Spool Worrymore, the rookie right center fielder today. He's 0 for 2. Normally plays right field. And that changeup hangs down the middle. Worrymore says, "Thank you very much. I'm hungry and I'm going to eat." It is off the wall in left center field in the nest. Home run for Worrymore. That's number 5 on the year for the big rookie. And that 2-run shot breaks it open. It is 5-0. There goes Caps' quality start. 1 mistake is all it took. Next up, Doherty, 1 for 2. RBI single early in the game as Caps finally goes tense after making the mistake, hanging a changeup down the middle. Heater misses outside. Ball 1. Chased it low, dribbler back to the mound. Caps to first, 1 out. Next up, Oliver. He's 0 for 2 today. Catcher looking for his first hit of the game still. Fastball down the middle. Oliver cracks that to right center field. That liner's going to hit off the base of the wall out there. It's going to be another double. Oliver's first today. He's 1 for 3. I believe that's our second or third in the game, and that'll bring up Mahoney. He's 1 for 2 with a single. RBI spot for the right fielder. Cutter up at the letters, 0-1. Fastball down and in, hitting the hole. Past the diving infielders into left field. Holding at third is going to be Oliver. He does not run well, and Rush has a pretty good arm. First and third now. Mahoney 2 for 3 today, and that'll bring up Electro. He singled last time up. He's 1 for 2. He's also grounded out to shortstop. Slider up and in. That's a base hit up the middle, and Electro's going to get the RBI in. It is now 6-0 as Oliver scores from third. Rallies on, and that'll bring up Winkleson, 2 for 2. Double and a single today for the rookie. Third baseman looking for his third hit to knock Caps out of the game. Change up inside. He's early on it, and it is fouled off. 0-1 the count. Slider at the knees. Winkleson finds it in the gap left center field. Will that get by the outfielders? Not quite. Rush gets it in, so that will hold Winkleson to a single, but he gets a run in. It is 7-0. Mahoney scores from second, first, and third for Bonventre. She's 0 for 1. RBI ground out earlier in the game, and she had a sacked bunt last time up. Caps is now rattled, but he's staying out there. The Overdogs have no faith in their bullpen. They are throwing Jerry to the wolves. Infield at double play death. Will we go for the suicide squeeze? Probably not. Fastball up, hitting the hole. Off the diving shortstop's glove. Infield single for Bonventre. She'll get another RBI. It's 8-0. That's her second of the game. She's also the leading pitcher in RBIs as well for our team. I believe that's her third of the year. Swiner up next, 2 for 3. Double single and an RBI, and Jerry is still out there on the mound. Take this man out. He is dying out there, guys. Peter inside, misses, ball 1. Fastball down and in. That caught the knees, 1-1. Check swing high. Good take by Buck, 2-1. Chased it in the dirt. Broken bat, but knocked down by Clark with the bare hand. Wow. Talk about ballsy behind the plate. 2-2 the count. New lumber for Buck, and that's going to result in a single into right center field. 1 run in. It's an RBI single for Buck. It is now 9-0. All these runs are going to Caps, by the way. He came in with only 3 earned runs. Interesting to note, all 12 runs he's given up this year, they've come off of us. His other 2 starts, they were complete game shutouts. We are Jerry's kryptonite. Hurls is back up again. I think we batted around here. He's 1 for 3 today. Single blast to start the inning. Fastball inside, 0-1. Change him away. Blooper to left center field. That's going to hang up for Floro, who will double off Bonventre at second because she's not a base runner. She's a pitcher. She is thrown out. But it is a 6-1 rally as the Buzzards break it open. And it's now 9-0 to the 6th. Splits, Caps, and Keith do up. Please, for the love of God, pinch hit for Caps. You left him out there to die. That's the least you can do at this point. Splits leading off. He walked his first time up, so no official at bat for Devon. He then was stranded at second base in the 3rd inning. First 2-seamer middle in. That is lined in the left center field. Hanging up for Warrymore. Spool lays out and makes a nice catch. Good job, Spool. 1 out. Not known for his glove, but he'll pull something out of his butt from time to time. Thank you. Pinch hitting for Jerry Caps is outfielder Enrique Goyo, former Wild Pigs player, hitting .276. 2 homers, 5 RBIs, and he has low pitch active here. First pitch cutter at the letters. That is fouled off. How is that a low pitch? I have no idea. Four-seamer up and in. Strike called. 0-2. Four-seamer up and in. Inside. 1-2. Cutter up and away. Outside. 2-2. Slider up and away. Fools him. Strike 3. Swinging. Third punch up for Emily today. She is now on fire. Next up is the second baseman, Harrison Keith. He is 0 for 2 today. First pitch four-seamer down and away is low. Ball 1. Cutter up and away. Swung through it. 1-1. Ball middle away. Fouled off. 1-2 the count. Four-seamer up and in. Fouled off. 1-2 remains the count. Four-seamer down and away. Fouled off. Still 1-2. Cutter up and away. Swung through it. Strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for Bonventre. She's up to 4 punch-outs now. And that's another 1-2-3 inning and another 0 as she's got 6 shutout innings on the board. Coming out of the bullpen, former Buzzards reliever and Wild Pigs reliever, Goyo's old teammate, Kendra Kerr. Bottom 6, we're still up 9-0. Hard to line up once again. Warrymore, Doherty, and Oliver. This has gone from a close game to a rout. But hey, a rout's what we needed to get the run differential up, so I'll take it. Warrymore leads off. He hit a hanging changeup over the left center wall last time up. He is 1 for 3 today with a 2-run homer in his back pocket. Coming out of the bullpen to pitch for the Overdogs, it is Kendra Kerr. Kerr 1-1, a 5.68 ERA and a 1.58 WHIP. 8 earned runs given up in 9 appearances. 12 2/3 innings pitched is the most out of the Overdogs bullpen. 13 hits surrendered, 3 homers, 7 walks, and 8 strikeouts. Batting average against for her on the year is .265. Kerr continuing to struggle, much like she did for us last year before we cut her halfway through year 3. Fastball low, ball 1. Curveball outside, 2-0 the count to Spool. Curveball hangs, that's ripped to left, but the liner goes right to Rush, 1 out. Bit unlucky there, and that'll bring up Doherty. She grounded out to the pitcher last time up. She was 1 for 3, though, with an RBI single earlier. Fastball outside, ball 1. Heater high, 2-0. Slider at the knees, ripped foul by Doherty, but she's late, 2-1. Fastball up and in, line through the middle, and that is a base hit. Second hit for Merriam, she is 2 for 4. Runner the first one out, and that's going to bring up rookie catcher Bern Oliver. He is 1 for 3. He doubled last time at the plate. Curveball middle in, Oliver waits for it and sends it to center field, but that's going to hang up for slam, 2 outs. Runner still at first, and that's going to bring up Carter Mahoney. He singled last time up. He is 2 for 3 today with 2 of them. Curveball hangs, but that is way high, ball 1. Curveball this time is outside, 2-0. Fastball at the knees, fouled off by Mahoney, 2-1. Fastball chased below the knees, dribbled back to the mound. Kerr to first, that ends the inning. To the 7th, we're still up 9-0. Slam, Rush, and Trung hard in the lineup coming up for the Overdogs against the on-fire Bonventre, who's only thrown 55 pitches through 6 innings. That is impressive. No doubt her best start of the year so far. Next up is Slam. Jackie's 1 for 2 today with a single in her first at-bat of the game. First pitch curveball at the knees, fouled off, 0-1. Cutter middle away. That is lined at the middle, past Electro, into the gap, left center. That's going to be extra bases for Jackie as he gets to the wall. Wormer gets it in. It's a 1 out. It's a leadoff double here in the inning. Best scoring chance of the game so far for the Overdogs is that'll bring up Damian Rush. He is 0 for 2. Bonventre down the locked-in mojo here. Two-seamer up and away is checked high, ball 1. Four-seamer down and in, that's a strike, 1-1. Slider up and in, check swing strike, 1-2. Curveball down and away, line to third. Winkelson dives under him into left field. That is going to be an infield single as it's first and third, no outs. Low fielding at third, nothing we can do about that. Next up is Trunk, he's 0 for 2 today. Runners at the corners with none down for the former Overdogs player. First pitch four-seamer at the knees, that is a strike, going 1. Curveball down and away, fouled off, 0-2. Two-seamer up and in, liner to right center field, that should get the run in. Mahoney over, will make the catch for the first out. Sack fly there for Trunk. It is 9-1. That is his first RBI of the season. And it took him until game 14 to do it. That is not a good sign. Especially since he was one of their high-profile signings in the offseason. That'll bring up Floral, Powers left-hander shortstop. First pitch cutter down and in is fouled off, 0-1. Slider up. Fouled off, 0-2. Four-seamer up, popped up, foul territory. Winkelson going over near the seats. Calls for it, and he will make the catch. 2 down. Next up, catcher Fiona Clark. She's 0 for 2 today, intense. Four-seamer down and away on the first pitch, low, ball 1. Curl down and in, check swing low, 2-0. Cutter middle away, swung through it, 2-1. Two-seamer up and in is inside, 3-1. Slider down and in, fouled off, full count. Runner will go on the pitch. Two-seamer away, called strike 3. Fifth punja for Bonventre, and that ends the inning as she does lose her shutout, but she manages to get through the inning, only giving up 1 run on 2 hits. Bottom 7, it's 9-1. Electro, Winkelson, and Bonventre do up. Electro leads off. He's 2 for 3 today. He singled in a run last time up. Kerr's first pitch curveball is high and outside. Ball 1. Fastball middle of the plate, line to left center field. That's extra bases for the speedy Electros. He's going to get that one all the way to the wall. It's going to be a leadoff double of our own here in the 7th as we match the Overdogs' top of the 7th start. Leadoff man on for Winkelson, who's 3 for 3 today. He doubled earlier in the game, and he singled in a run last time up. He's 3 for 3 today. Two-seamer up and in is a strike called. 0-1. Curveball way line to center. That soft liner bloops in for his 4th hit of the game. Electro's coming around 3rd. He's going to try and score. He will. It is 10-1. Buzzards. Second RBI of the game for Winkelson. He's 4 for 4 today, and that'll bring up Bonventre. She singled in a run last time up. She is 1 for 2. She's also hit an RBI groundout and a sac bunt. Fastball away in the first pitch, sky to left center. This should hang up, and it will for Rush. 1 out. Next up, Swiner. He's 3 for 4. He's doubled in a run. He's doubled and singled in a run twice. He's 3 for 4 today. Fastball high, ball 1. He's also lined out to right field. That was earlier in the game. Curveball hangs, ripped into right field, into the corner it goes. That's going to be another double for Buck, his 2nd of the game. He's going to be 4 for 5. Winkelson with great speed. He's going to come around 3rd. Buck's thinking 3 out of the box. He'll get a triple. It is 11-1. He is now a home run shy of the cycle. Yep, it is a killing. Next up, Hurls, 1 for 4 with a single. We're just manhandling him at this point. Fastball inside, ball 1. I think this is revenge for losing 10-4 earlier in the season. Chased high, 1-1. Fastball middle of the plate, line through the middle, base hit for Hurls, and he'll get an RBI as well. It is now 12-1 as Swiner trots home. You are correct. We do need the run differential up. Wormer up next. He lined out to left field his last time up. He's 1 for 4 with a 2-run homer. No longer locked in. Hitter inside, ball 1 as Kerr is now tense. Fastball away. Wormer hits that in the gap right center field. Hits it well, but it hangs up for slam. 2 down. Unlucky. That'll bring up Doherty. She's 2 for 4. She singled last time at the plate and has singled in a run earlier in the game. Fastball high from Kerr, ball 1. Fastball at the knees, 1 hopper to 2nd, Keith to 1st. That ends the inning. Buzzards, though, tack on 3 more runs as it's now an 11-run difference. To the 8th, it is 12-1. Bottom 3 in the lineup up for the Overdogs. Gutterson splits in the pinch hitter for Kerr. Leading off is Gutterson. He's 1 for 2 today. He has a single earlier in the game. Four-seamer up and in is popped up, shallow left field. Electro going out in left center. Shortstop will make the catch, 1 out, as he is actually the best fielder of the 3 of them. Next up is Splits. He's 0 for 1 today with a walk. Cutter up and in, check swing inside, ball 1. Fastball away, check swing strike, 1-1. Slider down in the way is outside, 2-1. Two-seamer middle in, check swing strike, 2-2. Four-seamer up and away, fouled off. 2-2 still the count. Curl down and in, fouled off, still 2-2. Cutter down and away, outside, full count. Seamer up and in, check swing called strike 3, 6 punch up for Bonventre today, 2 down in the inning. That'll bring up Kerr. I expect a pinch hitter. And it is backup center fielder Ricky Kwan, who's hitless on the year with 1 RBI. Yeah, the Overdogs have really given up here. First pitch, four-seamer away, line to right, over the leaping Hurls. That is down for a hit. Okay, that makes me look stupid, but hey, it's alright. Kwan on with his first hit of the year, and that'll bring up Keith, who's over 3 today at the top of the lineup. Bad jumps active for Kwan at first. First pitch cutter middle away is a strike. 0-1. Four-seamer up and away. Chased it 0-2. Curveball down and away. Check swing in the dirt. 1-2. Good block by Oliver. Two-seamer down and away. Outside. 2-2. Slider away, line to short, Electro there, backhands it and makes the catch on the liner to end the inning. Coming out of the bullpen is newly acquainted D+, Linus Digby. Bottom 8 it is 12-1, Oliver, Mahoney, and Electro due up. Oliver leads off, he's 1 for 4 today with the double against the veteran Digby. Digby on the year is 1-0. He has a 4.35 ERA and a 1.94 WHIP. 5 earned runs given up in 9 appearances, 10 in the third innings pitched, 13 hits surrendered, 2 of them homers. He has thrown a wild pitch, hit a batter, walked 7, and struck out 5. Batting average against is 3.02 on the year for Linus. Coming out of the bullpen tense is that fastball's at the knees, 0-1. That one's high, ball 1. Change of middle in is fouled off, 1-2 the count. Change of low, Oliver skies it to left field. This should hang up for rush, 1 down. Next up, Mahoney, 2 for 4 today. He's got 2 singles on the cards. Fastball down and in, fouled off, 0-1. Down and in, heater misses this time, 1-1. Curveball's outside, 2-1. Fastball up, grounded up the middle, base hit for Carter. His 3rd hit today. He is 3 for 5 as that's his 3rd single. Good start there. 1 out in the inning, and I'll bring up Electro. He doubled last time up. He is 3 for 4 today. 1 RBI on his belt already. Slider hangs in the first pitch. It's fouled off, 0-1. Curveball at the knees, line to short, right at Floral for the 2nd out. Winkelson due up next is 4 for 4 today. He's singled 3 times and doubled once, driving in 2 runs. Changeup hangs, ripped down the line, but foul in left field, 0-1. Fastball outside, 1-1. That was a changeup. My bad, 1-1. Changeup below the knees, chased, fouled off, 1-2. Fastball inside, 2-2. Changeup at the knees, Winkelson skies at left field. That's going to hang up for a rush, and that's going to end the inning. 10-9, it's still an 11-run game. Slam, Rush, and Trunk do up part of the lineup against Bonventre. Already sitting at 88 pitches, Emily's on the tightrope here. Slam leads off, 2 for 3, double and a single today. She's locked in as Bonventre is going for her first career complete game. Be a massive rest for the bullpen here if that happens. First pitch slider up and away, fouled off, 0-1. Two-seamer down and in, low, 1-1. Four-seamer up and in, that's lined to right center field. That's in the gap, and that's going to go all the way to the wall as Slam's going to have her 2nd double of the game. 3rd leadoff double, 2nd of the game, as that matches her 7th inning hit. 3rd of the game for Slam. She is 3 for 4, and that will bring up Rush, who's 1 for 3 with a single. Bonventre done here after 8+ innings. She gives up 6 hits, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts, 1 earned run so far. Runner at second's her responsibility, but no matter what, it is a quality start for the rookie. Her best start of the season, also her longest as she goes past the 7th inning for the first time in her career. Good pitching from her. We are going to make a double switch here so that way we don't have to have her bat. Heaven forbid they decide to blow us up here in the 9th. We're going to go to the injured Marshall Cuevas here. We are going to take Electro out of the game, and we are going to put Shane Michael in at shortstop. Cuevas on the year. He is 1-0 with a 2.53 ERA and a 1.31 WHIP. 3 earned runs given up in 7 appearances in his rookie campaign. This is his 8th to tie the team lead. He has 10 2/3 innings pitched, 12 hits surrendered, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts for the mop-up man. Batting average against 279, still recovering from the line drive to the face he suffered a few games ago. However, he is ready. He is rested enough to go here, as I won't have to use him in the regular season finale if that's the case. Change it low, ball 1 to Rush. Fastball up high, 2-0. Cuevas did come in to throw an inning and a 3rd scoreless against the Overdogs earlier in the season. In the only game we played him. 2-1 the count there as that slider caught the knees. Fastball down and in, chop the first. Doherty's there. She'll get it to the bag herself. 1 out as Slam advances to 3rd. Next up is Trunk. He's 0 for 2 today with an RBI on a sac fly his last time at the plate. Still tense though. That was his first RBI of the year. First pitch slider, middle in, hangs. That's ripped foul, though, as Trunk is a little early on the swing. 0-1. Four-seamer up and away is high and outside. 1-1. Change it down and away. That's a strike called at the knees. 1-2. Four-seamer up and in. Chased it high. Strike 3. First punch up for Cuevas. 2 down. Last chance for the Overdogs. It is Michael Floral, the shortstop, who's over 3 and still tense. First pitch four-seamer down in the way. That is fouled off. 0-1. Slider up and in is inside. 1-1. Slider down and in is low. 2-1. Change up and away. Floral checks his swing. It's outside. 3-1. Four-seamer down and in. That's guide just for center field. Warrior going back. Going to go to the warning track. He'll call for it and come in a step. He'll make the catch, and that ends the game. Buzzards win 12-1 as Cuevas strands the leadoff base runner at second base. As he does strand the inherited runner. Good pitching from him despite being injured. Keeps his head in the game. Buzzards crushed the Overdogs today, 12-1. Very, very good win. The big rally in the fifth secured it for us. But we really set the tempo early against Jerry Capps, who he hung in there really well, but then they just threw him to the wolves there in the fifth inning. The Overdogs knew their season was over, and they didn't give a shit about his fucking numbers this year. They ran up his ERA. It was under 2 coming into this game, and now it's probably over 4. GG. Thank you, thank you. Only 6 hits today for the Overdogs. 3 of them were by Jackie Slam. She also scored the only run. Rush had a single. Gutterson had a single. Kwan had a pinch hit single, and the sac fly by Trunk is their only RBI of the game. Slam had 2 doubles and a single, I believe, so she had a good day for herself. They also got a walk for Devin Splits. That's all they did, really. They had 7 base runners total all game. Up for us, everybody got a hit today except Cuevas, who did not bat, and Michael, who also did not bat. 4 hits today for Buck Swiner at the top of their lineup. He drives in 3 runs, 2 on singles and 1 on the double. Hurls had an RBI single. Warrior had a 2-run homer. He's the only person to go yard today. Doherty had an RBI single to start the scoring. Electro had an RBI double, or RBI single. Winkelson had an RBI single and an RBI double. He went 4 for 5 today to lead the team in hits with Swiner. And Bonventre actually had an RBI groundout and an RBI single for the rookie pitcher. She helped her own cause. Leads the team in RBIs with 4. For pitchers. Let me clarify that. Caps, he takes the loss. 5 innings, 15 hits given up, 9 earned runs, 1 home run. He falls to 2-2 on the year, and his ERA goes up to 3.81. He came in with his ERA at 1.66. Dude got hung out to dry. Kendra Kerr, 2 innings pitched, 5 hits, 3 earned runs given up. Linus Digby, a clean 8th inning, giving up only a hit. For us, Bonventre, 8+ innings. Rookie gets her 2nd win of her rookie campaign. She finishes at 2-2. Her first career quality start. She gives up 6 hits, a walk, an earned run, and 6 strikeouts, and drops her ERA from a 9-something to a 6.93. Not bad. Cuevas pitches the 9th inning. He strands an inherited runner, strikes out a batter. Good pitching from him. Buck Swiner's your player of the game. He was a home run shy of the cycle, driving in 3 runs, scoring twice. Winkelson, the runner-up, with 4 hits as well. He had 2 RBIs and 3 runs scored. And Bonventre, the 3rd-place finisher, thanks to her pitching. 8 innings pitched, 6 hits, an earned run, a walk, 6 strikeouts. Her first career quality start of her rookie season. Not bad at all. That's what you need to do to keep your playoff hopes alive. You destroy them. Alrighty, so we did our job. Let's see if the sim is as friendly as it was last time. If the sim does not go in our favor and we are eliminated from playoff contention, we'll finish off the regular season tonight. However, if the sim goes our way here, and there's a lot of games to sim, we will have another episode for the regular season. So, first things first, let's check around the league and see what happened. Let's see, Harriel Williams is released by the Platypi for Irene Fass as they cut some money out there on their bench. Chet McCarthy goes to the Overdogs as they cut Jackie Slam, despite her being the team's leading hitter that game. Bellamy Epball to the Overdogs as well as they cut Jerry Capps. Man, talk about relentless, Jesus. Charlie Best to the Sandcats as they're making a playoff push. They cut Lou DeBaziz. Lover Kim is off the hot corners, replaced by Lana Rhymes. Interesting. Overdog signed former hot corner starter Tarak Smith. He replaces rookie Brooklyn Gonzalez at the top of that rotation. Yeah, the Overdogs went full sell mode today. Elsa Glenn off the Herbivores, replaced by outfielder Churl Dangerfield, as Doherty gets +5 arm over there. Nice. Nice. Love to see it. Love the random rolls in the positive direction. Alright, let's not draw this out. Before we do it, let's take a look at the standings. What needs to happen? We need the Wideloads to lose. Platypi need to lose. Beebles are already out. Overdogs are already out. That's basically it. We need the Platypi and the Wideloads to lose. Grapplers are already in. Jacks are already in. Crocodons are already in. It comes down to what the Wideloads and Platypi do. If they lose, we got a shot. Alright, no more dawdling. No more beating around the bush. Let's get it on. Alright, Sawteeth beat up on the Blowfish, and nothing really surprising there. Sirloins beat up on the Moonstars, okay. 2 last place teams taking their lumps. Hot Corners beat up on the Moonstars again, 4-1 there. Moonstars out of the playoff hunt now. Blowfish win, keeping their slim chances alive. Let's see, Heaters beat the Grapplers for us, 4-2. That doesn't really help much. Crocodons rally and win 9-8 over the Jacks. They are now definitely in the playoffs. Jacks have a chance to slip. Platypi win. That's not ideal, but we're still got a chance. Moose win 7-5. If the Platypi win one more time, we are out because we can't catch them. Herbivores win 9-2. Hell, if the Wideloads win one more time, we're also out. Freebooters beat the Moose. Love to see it. They keep their playoff chances alive as well. Herbivores rally and beat up the Wild Pigs 11-6. Good win there for them. Moose will beat the Hot Corners 2-1. Herbivores face the Freebooters here. Freebooters need this win. And they lose 13-5. It wasn't even close. Freebooters now out of the playoff hunt, unfortunately. Sawteeth beat the Sirloins 7-3 as they take the division lead with their last 2 wins of the season. Nemesis beat the Crocs for us. Too little too late there. Platypi are going to beat the Heaters, which means we are eliminated from playoff contention with that victory there. And they're going to add insult to injury by crushing the Heaters again, 17-4. Yep, wrong opponent to face for them. Wrong opponent for us for them to face. Alright, so we're out of the playoffs. For the first time in this series, Jacks win 8-6 here over the Nemesis. Grapplers beat the Wideloads for us at least. That's nice of them. It's too little too late though. Moonstars went 4-1. So yeah, we are now officially out of the playoffs with those victories by the Platypi. They are going to finish at 10-6. Grapplers finish at 11-5. Crocodons have finished at 10-6. Jacks have 2 games left to play. If they win both of them, they will win the division. Neither of them are against us, though. They are playing, I believe, the Overdogs. So our last game is against the Nemesis, I believe. So yeah, it was a very big long shot for us to make it. Unlucky there. Well, our last game is against last place Nemesis. They're going to send long reliever left-hander Kent Ratherswell to the mound. He is 1-1, a 3.12 ERA, and a 1.04 WHIP. And for us, it'll be Tense Tremondo, 0-2 with a 7.80 ERA and a 1.80 WHIP. Is there any moves I can make to like free up some money here real quick? You know, just to get some more player developments. And nope. The only moves I would probably make would be to get rid of like maybe Fielder, definitely Samuel Perez. Other than that, I wouldn't really cut anybody else. I'm just trying to free up some money here. There aren't even any like cheap options for me to do that with. Maybe Dick Berger. I could bring in Dick Berger for a game to get rid of Ian Fielder, and then catcher we can't do. They're just way too expensive. I can't release Perez for nothing, so that's not going to happen. I mean, we could bring in either Juan Rojas. We could bring in Juan Rojas for a game to play catcher. I mean, that's what we could do. Yes, that is very true, Hoon. Every game mattered until the very last one. That is very true. He fought hard all season. I'm not even going to make any roster moves. It just seems unfair at this point. We'll just play with what we got. Alright, so looking into the future, obviously Batsman is not going to be on the team next year. Although he'll always be remembered as the big bopper who kept us alive for that double header. But we're not going to focus on upgrading him. Worrymore, he doesn't really need the power and the arm here, so might let this go, although it is nice and cheap. Decent one for Butcher, she doesn't really need the power. Mondo, too high of a chance to lose K-Man. Ooh, good one for Electro to get tough out. That would be an interesting one right there. Michael, that's a decent one for some speed and some arm. Really, the only one I would do is probably Worrymore's, and then we'll just wait and see what pops up for the final game. So yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll just get this one for Spool. Since he hit the home run, he gets a little more power. 3 arm there as well. He's up to 69. Nice. James does still refuse to get batting upgrades. You are correct. That is a speed and arm upgrade. He's committed to the defensive player archetype. I'll respect that. But yeah, we have nothing to play for in this last place game, so we're just going to play it now and get it over with. There's no need to extend this season out any longer than it needs to be. And since it is the end of the season, yes, Perez is going to start at catcher. We're going to move Winkleson. Oh my god, Spool is juiced. Holy fuck, that is some good looking shit right there. Damn. Winkelson's going to play second. I'm going to look to get the bench guys involved more here. Maybe give them like the last half of the game. Maybe just get them on the field, let them play. But yeah, this is what we'll start with. We'll have Butcher at first. Swiner on left still locked in. Mortimer juiced in center. Doherty at third. Fielder back in the lineup at shortstop. Mahoney in right. Winkleson at second. And Perez behind the dish with Mondo on the hill. Let's go. Yes, he is a very scary big man indeed. But yes, so we're just playing this game right now. There's really no meaning to this game at all. It's just, can we finish at 500? That's all we're going for at this point. We're trying to avoid a losing record for the first time in the series, but we will miss the playoffs for the first time in this series. So after this game, we'll look at the league leaders, and then we'll also sim the playoff brackets to see who wins Season 4's title. And the next episode will be the offseason. Here we go. Holy fuck, the top of the Lemon Nemesis lineup is jacked. Okay. Yada leads off locked in. Left fielder, outside pitch active, hitting .308, 5 homers, 8 RBIs. Mondo on the year, he is 0-2. He has a 7.80 ERA and a 1.80 whip. 13 earned runs given up in his 3 starts, only 15 innings. He's averaged 5 innings a start. 24 hits, 2 homers given up, 3 walks, and 10 strikeouts. Batting average against .348 on the year for Trey. Not a great season for him at all. Given how late it is, I'm going to say no. Probably going to do the off-season either tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening. More than likely, because it's almost midnight here, so we're probably just going to wrap this up real quick and then call it a day. Lineup for the Nemesis looks like this. After the locked-in Yoder, it is the locked-in third baseman Ali Findair. Locked-in right fielder rookie Jorge Hale. Batting fourth, locked-in catcher Kat Stanza. Then batting fifth is the still rattled second baseman Jock Sports. I'm surprised he hasn't been cut yet. Watch him get cut after the season's over, and it means nothing. Batting sixth, locked-in center fielder Ron Lang. Batting seventh is shortstop Martha Eel. She was not on the team last time we played them. And batting eighth is at first base Flash Ladar, who is tense. He is the one who made that crucial error in the doubleheader to allow Whopper, the big bopper batsman, to hit the walk-off, the go-ahead grand slam. And then Rathers will be on the mound. Mondo up first. First batter. Fastball in there, 0-1. Slider middle in. That is fouled off, 0-2. Cutter down and in. That's grounded at the middle. Winkleson dives out of his reach. That's a base hit. Yonder on with the leadoff single. That's going to bring up Findair, the locked-in third baseman, hitting .323 with the homer, 7 RBIs. First pitch changeup at the knees, low, ball 1. Repping in, runner goes on the hit and run attempt. Perez throws it down. He's actually going to throw out Yoder. One of the few runners Perez can throw out in this league. Oh, they tried the hit and run and it failed miserably. Yatter's first stolen base attempt of the year is a failure. He's 0 for 1. It's not every day that Samuel Perez throws out a base runner. Someone check the sky. I think pigs might be flying. Curveball up, ripped down the line. That is foul. 1 and 2. Game man active again for Mondo. Cutter up and in is high and inside. 2 and 2. Slider down and in low, but ball 3. Full count now. Fastball away. Chased it outside, strike 3. First punch up for Mondo. 2 down. Next up is rookie right fielder Jorge Hale. He is locked in, hitting 300 with 3 RBIs. First pitch to him, a curveball away, is floating outside. Ball 1. Cutter up, the letters high. 2 and 0. Four-seamer down low. 3 and 0. Changeup is in there at the knees. 3 and 1. Slider middle in, line the gap, left center field. Swiner going over for it. He will run it down, and that is 1-2-3 inning unconventionally for Mondo, thanks to the stolen base attempt that failed. Bottom 1 is scoreless. Butcher, Swiner, and Worrymore due up against the long reliever Rather as well. Leading off is first baseman Aaliyah Butcher, 283 average, 2 RBIs on the year for the rookie. She sat out the first game of this episode to fix her mojo. On the mound for the nemesis, former freebooter long reliever, Kent Ratherswell. 1 and 1 with a 3.12 ERA and a 1.04 whip. 8 runs given up and 6 of them earned in 6 appearances. 2 starts on the year for Kent. He's thrown 17 in the third innings. I couldn't tell you how long his starts were. 15 hits surrendered, 4 homers, 2 hit batsmen, 3 walks, and 9 strikeouts. Batting average against for Kent is actually a pretty solid 224. That's not bad at all. Very good year for Kent so far. First pitch curveball hangs, and Butcher's going to send that one to center field. It will be run down by the speedy Ron Lang, though. 1 out. Next up, Swiner. He had 4 hits in the first game this episode. He's locked in out in left field, hitting .385. 1 homer, 10 RBIs. Slider away, ball 1. Curveball middle in, that's popped up right center field. Over for it is Yatter. He will not make the catch. That is Hale, actually, who makes the catch. 2 outs. I forgot Yatter is in left field today. Next up is the juice center fielder Sproul Worrymore. He homered in the first game this episode. He's hitting .311, 5 homers, 12 RBIs. Strike up and away, 0 and 1. For the record, he did pass his PISC test today. I just want to put that on the record. You don't need to believe me. Heater inside, 1 and 1. Fastball up, line to first, right at Lavar. That ends the inning. To the second, we're scoreless. Stanza, Sports, and Lang due up. Stanza leads off, catcher's locked in, hitting .304, 1 homer, 10 RBIs, and an outside pitch is active. Fastball middle in, strike called, 0 and 1. Ball down and in is low, 1 and 1. Change up and in, Stanza fouls it off, 1 and 2 the count. Mondo back to neutral mojo here. Cutter up and in, high, 2 and 2. Slider middle in, fouled off, 2 and 2. Four-seamer low, fouled off, still 2 and 2. Go down and away, chop foul, still 2 and 2. Cut up and in, fouled off, still 2 and 2. Change it middle in, fouled off again. Keep fighting here. Curveball middle in, that's ripped foul again. Cutter up and away, high, full count. Four-seamer down and in, fouled off again. Slider down and away, fouled off again. We'll keep fighting. Change up and in. Sent to right center field by Stanza, hit pretty well. Warmer going back to the warning track to the wall. He'll make the catch, 1 out. That ball thankfully got Shaka. Hey, Happy, how's it going, buddy? Next up is Sports. He's rattled. Second baseman hitting $159 with 1 homer and 7 RBIs. Curveball up, strike in there, 0 and 1. Fastball away, grounded to first, right at Butcher. He'll make the stop, 2 outs. Next up is Lang. Speedy center fielder is locked in, hitting .263, 4 homers and 11 RBIs. Pitch to him, a curveball down and in. That is line to left. Swiner coming in. He'll make a catch on the liner, and that is a 1-2-3 inning. Good pitching from Mondo as we head to the bottom of the second. It's still scoreless. Daugherty, Fielder, and Mahoney do up against Rathers well. Daugherty leads off. Third baseman hitting .310 on the year with 6 homers, 16 RBIs. She chipped in an RBI single in the first game. Slider away, strike called, 0-1. Fork ball at the knees. Daugherty cracks that to left center field, hits it well, but Lang again uses his speed to run it down. 1 out. Next up, Fielder, shortstop, sat out the first game, hitting .283, 2 RBIs on the year. Fork ball down and in is called strike at the knees. Good pitch from Ratherswell, 0-1. He's locked in now. Heater inside misses, 1-1. Change it down and in, ripped into left field. That's a liner base hit for Fielder. First hit today for the Buzzards, 1 out. Next up, Mahoney, right fielder, hitting .391 with 3 RBIs on the season. Gets another start out there in right field. Change up low, ball 1. Slider up and away, line to right, over the leaping first baseman's glove. That's a base hit. Mahoney's first hit today, he's 1 for 1. He had 3 back in game 1 today. Next up, Winkelson, second baseman, had 4 hits in the first game. He's hitting .382, 1 homer and 8 RBIs. Big RBI spot for outfield. We'll take a slider at the knees, 0-1. Fastball up is fouled off, 0-2 the count. Ratherswell no longer locked in on the mound. Fastball down and in, that's skied to center. That's going to go right to Lang as he comes in a few steps. 2 outs. Now I'll bring up the catcher, Samuel Perez. He sat out the first game as Oliver got the start. Now he's in here in the finale, hitting .313 with 3 RBIs on the season. Changeup is low, ball 1. Change it down and then it's fouled off, 1-1. Fastball down and away. Perez will sky that to right center field. He's going to hang up for Lang to make the catch. And the Buzzards fail to score to the third. It's still scoreless. Bottom 3 in the lineup up for the nemesis, Eel, Ladar, and Ratherswell. Leading off is the shortstop, Martha Eel, hitting .429 with a homer and an RBI on the season. First pitch to our curveball at the knees, low, ball 1. Four-seamer away, swung through it, 1-1. Cutter up and in, blooper to short, out in left center. Fielder makes the catch, 1 out. Next up is Ladar. First baseman is tense, hitting .269 with a homer and 5 RBIs. Change up inside, misses, ball 1. Four-seamer away is outside, 2-1, 2-0. Cutter up and away is high, 3-0. Forcing the middle in is a strike, 3-1. Slider down and away, chased it full count. Curveball down and in, line to into left field, into the corner it goes. Ladar's going to have extra bases here. Swiner gets it in, but that's a 1-out double for Ladar. Puts him in scoring position for the pitcher, Ratherswell. Now to bring in, here's Ratherswell. The pitcher's locked in, hitting .200 on the year. First fastball away, bunt shown and pulled out. Ball 1. Change up middle of the plate. Bunt is down to the mound. Mondo throws to third. They got Ladar. Sacrifice fails. 2 outs. Good heads-up play by Trey, and that'll open the door for Yoder. 1 for 1 with a single. And he was thrown out trying to steal second base. First pitch to him, change up middle in. That is fouled off. 0-1. Four-seamer down and in, low and inside, 1-1. Slider middle in is fouled off, 1-2 the count. Cutter up and in, high and inside, 2-2. Curl down and in the dirt, full count. Runner goes with the pitch. Four-seamer down and in, that is fouled off. We'll do it again. Change it middle in, grounded in the hole to second. Winkelson dives, makes the stop. He'll fire to first in time, and that ends the inning. Good play. And Mondo puts another 0 on the board. Bottom 3, we're still scoreless. Mondo, Butcher, and Swiner do up. Mondo leading off is hitless on the year. Pitcher still looking to start the inning off with a bang. Basically locked in rather as well. Strike at the letters, 0-1. Curveball away, one hopper to second. Good pick by Sports, 1 out. Next up, Butcher, 0 for 1 today. Lined out the center fielder, first time up. Change up at the knees, 0-1. Fastball high, 1-1. Change up away, 2-1. Fastball away, popped up, shallow right field. In on it, Hale. He will make the catch, 2 outs. Next up, Swiner, 0 for 1 day for Buck. Fastball high, ball 1. Inside heater, 2-0. Change up at the knees, grounded, 1-1. Chased it away on the heater, 2-2. Fastball away, chopped to short. Easy play for Eel, and that's a 1-2-3 inning. To the 4th, we're still scoreless. Pitchers duel started here. Here's Find Air, Hale, and Stanza duel next. For the Nemesis, it's the heart of their lineup. Find Air's 0 for 1 today. She struck out swinging her first time up. Change it down in the way. Grounded up the third base line. Doherty on the backhand makes the stop. 1 out. Now to bring up Hale. He's 0 for 1 today with a fly out. Fastball up and in. Check swing high. Ball 1. Ball down in the way. Check swing strike called this time. 1-1. Cutter up and away. Hale pops it up. Shallow right field. Winkelson out for it. He'll call for it, and we'll make the catch. 2 outs. Next up, Stanza, 0 for 1 today. Fastball down and away, strike called, 0-1. Slider down at the knees, check swing low, 1-1. Cutter down and in, grounded in the hole to third. Doherty picks it off the dirt, and that's a line out. 1-2-3 inning for Mondo as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Hard to line up for the Buzzards, looking to start a rally. Worrymore, Doherty, and Fielder. Leading off is the juice center fielder, Worrymore. He still has contact for his left-hander active as well here. Looking to start the rally here. Fastball up and is a strike, 0-1. Check swing high on the heater, 1-1. Fastball away is fouled off into the seats. 1-2 the count as Whiffer activates for Worrymore. Though his contact for his left-hander kind of activates it. Counters it, and that curveball's at the knees, driven to left center field. Hit pretty well, but that's going to hang up for Yoder. 1 out. Next up, Doherty. She's 0 for 1 today. Fastball misses from Ratherswell, ball 1. Curveball misses outside as well, 2-0. Change it down and in, turned on and fouled off, 2-1. Change it away, popped up right at the first baseman. Ladar makes the catch this time, 2 outs. Next up, Fielder, 1 for 1 today with a single. Forkball down and in, a strike call, 0-1. Forkball down in the way, outside this time, 1-1. Fastball middle of the plate, fouled off, 1-2. Slider middle in, line to short, right at Eo, and that ends the inning, 1-2-3 for Ratherswell. To the 5th, we're still scoreless. Pitcher's duel in full effect here. Sports, Lang, and Eel do up. Sports 0 for 1 day, looking to find his way out of the hole that he's dug himself into with his batting. At the knees, foul off, 0-1. Four-seamer up and away. That is driven to left center field by Sports. Hit pretty well. Swiner giving chase. Goes to the wall. Makes that catch. 1 out. Nice play, Buck. Good speed. Next up, Lang. 0 for 1. Slider middle away. That is line to center. That is base hit for Ron. Speedy outfielder will be on with 1 down in the inning. Better believe he's a threat to steal. Next up is Eel. 0 for 1 today. We got first. Nothing doing. Down and in, runner goes. Throw down by Perez is perfect, but it's late anyway. Lang's 7th stolen base of the season. He is a per 7. Pick off the second, nothing doing. Slider at the knees, low, ball 1. Four-seamer up and away, lined in the hole, past Winkelson into right center. Guy's down for a hit. Mahoney comes up throwing, but the runner's going to score. It's an RBI single for Eel. It is 1-0 Nemesis as the tie is broken. Ladar up next, 1 for 1 day for him. He doubled his first time up and then was erased on a failed sack bunt attempt. First pitch to him, a curveball away. Check swing outside, ball 1. Four-seamer down and in is inside, 2-0. Cutter inside, fouled off, 2-1. Cutter at the knees, fouled off, 2-2 now. Game man active, cutter up and away, high, full count. Four-seamer up and in, fouled off, still a full count. Change it down and in, line at the middle, that is through for another hit. Second hit for Ladar today, he's 2 for 2. He's back to neutral mojo, and that's 2 on with 1 down for Ratherswell. He attempted a sack bunt last time, which ended up being a put out at third base. He's 0 for 1. Will he bunt again? Let's find out. There's his fastball. Bunt shown and pulled back. Strike at the knees, 0-1. Cut up and in, bunt pulled back again. 0-2 the count now. Fastball at the knees, bunt is down. Mondo off, no play at third. He'll go to first. Sacrifice works this time. 2 outs, second and third for Goddard, who has RBI dud. 1 for 2 today with a single and a caught stealing attempt. He does still have outside pitch active, though. First pitch to him, a slider down and in. That is low, ball 1. Four-seamer down and in, fouled back, 1-1. Change up middle in. Goddard lines at the second, 1 hopper to Winkelson. He'll make the play to first, and that ends the inning. Nemesis don't get on the board thanks to the RBI single by Martha Eel, the shortstop. 1-0 to the bottom of the 5th. Mahoney, Winkelson, and Perez due up. Mahoney leads off. He's 1 for 1 today with a single of his own, looking to break through against the locked-in Ratherswell. Fastball in there for a strike, 0-1. Curveball at the knees, driven to left center field by Mahoney. He hits it pretty well, but running it down is Lang on the warning track. 1 out. Lang's speed has been the difference maker on some of those balls falling today. So far, he's caught 4 of them that should have been hits. Next up, Winkelson, 0 for 1 today. Fastball up and in, a strike, 0-1. Heater inside, a strike anyway, 0-2. I thought that missed. Change up, dribbler to third, find air there. 2 down. Next up, Perez. He's 0 for 1 today. Curveball middle in, turned on and hit the left center field. That's going to hang up for Lang, though. It's a 1-2-3 inning. Ratherswell again puts up a 0 to the 6th. It's 1-0. Hard lineup up for the Nemesis for the 3rd time today. Find air, Hale, and Stanza. That's the tiring Mondo. Here's find air, 0 for 2 today. First pitch to her, a curveball. Down at the knees, grounded at the middle to short. Nice diving play by Fielder up the middle. He'll make the play, 1 out. Next up, Hale. He's 0 for 2 today with 2 flyouts. Well, a flyout and a pop out, I believe. Popped out last time at the plate. Change it down and in. That's lined to second over the leaping Winkelson's glove into the gap right center. Should be extra bases for Hale. Mahoney will get it in quickly, but it is a 1 out double. Jorge now 1 for 3 today, and that'll bring up Stanza. She is 0 for 2 with the RBI chance with 1 down. First pitch to her, cutter up and in. Misses inside, ball 1. Four-seamer down and in. Strike called this time, 1-1. Curveball up and in. High, 2-1. Cutter down and in. Inside, 3-1. Slider down and in. Stanza lines up the middle. That's a base hit. Warmer gets to it quickly. Another hold to runner to third. Stanza back to locked in. She's 1 for 3. First and third, 1 down. Here's Jock Sports. So for 2 and rattled. He's still dangerous, though. Can he come through for his team? He's failed to do it most of the year. Will this be the one time he does? First pitch to him, a curveball low in the dirt. Ball 1. Change it down in the way in the dirt. 2-0. Four-seamer up and away. Grounded to short. Fielder there. Flips to second. 1. Winkles in the first. Double play, and again, Jock Sports fails to do anything with an opportunity presented to him on a silver platter. Bottom 6. Double play lets us escape the jam. We're only down 1. Mondo with a quality 6 innings will be done, giving up only 1 run and 7 hits. 1 strikeout. He's 0 for 1 today at the plate, and that'll be his only at bat, coming off the bench to pinch hit. It's going to be... Oliver got... Oh, yeah, he's tired. That's right. Never mind. Duh. Electro got the start earlier this game, so he's going to pinch hit. He was starter in Game 1. Electro on the year, hitting .474, 4 RBIs. He chipped in 3 hits in the first game in this episode. He'll be the pinch hitter first off the bench against the locked-in Rather as well. Fastball inside, a called strike, 0-1. Change away, dribbled foul, 0-2. Work ball at the knees, 1 hopper to second. Easy play for Sports, 1 down. Next up, Butcher. She's 0 for 2 today. First baseman looking to break through here. Slider in there, 0-1. Fastball up, chased high, 0-2. Fastball up, fouled off, still 0-2. Fastball popped up, foul. Out of the diving stanzas, reach, 0-2. Changeup chased in the dirt. First punch up for Rather as well, 2 down. Butcher now 0 for 3 today, and that is going to bring up Swiner, who's 0 for 2. Slider inside, ball 1. Curveball outside, 2-0. Changeup inside, 3-0. Slider middle in, strike called, 3-1. Check swing up and in, ball 4. First walk today for Rather as well as Buck reaches with 2 down in the inning. But bad jump's active though, and that'll bring up Worrymore 0 for 2 with contact for his left-hander still active for the juice center fielder. Fastball outside, ball 1. Hitter high, 2-0. Fastball down and in, grounded to the middle. That's through for a base hit. Swiner reads it correctly. He's going for third. Here's the throw from Lang. Just in time as Ron, still locked in, makes the throw. And again, we fail to score. Going to go into the top of the 7th, still down 1-0. We are going to make a double switch here. We are going to bring in... We're going to go to Molly Pops out of the bullpen first. She'll come on for Butcher. To the 7th, it's 1-0. Lang, Eel, and Ledar do up. Here's Lang, 1 for 2 with a single today. What we're going to do is we're going to move Electro to shortstop. We're going to move Doherty to first base. And we're going to move Ian to second, moving Winkelson to third. For now. That was a lot of crap, but that's what we're doing. Pops' numbers on the year are making her first appearance of the episode. Molly's 1-1. She has a 5.40 ERA and a 1.63 WHIP. 7 earned runs given up in her 7 appearances with 2 saves. 11 2/3 innings, 17 hits surrendered, 1 homer, 1 wild pitch, 2 walks, 10 strikeouts, and a batting average of 40. First pitch to her to Lang. Fastball middle in. Strike called. 0-1. The ball down and away. Chopper to third. Up the line. Winkelson backhands it. Fires to first. 1 out. Next up, Eel. 1 for 2 with an RBI single today. Seamer up and in. Strike called. 0-1. Seamer down in the way. Grounded to first. Right at Doherty. 1 hopper to her. She'll make the stop. 2 outs. Next up, Ledar, 2 for 2. He's doubled and singled today. He's back to neutral mojo finally. First pitch curveball down and in. Low, ball 1. Two-seamer up and away. Swung through it, 1-1. Four-seamer down and away. Low, 2-1. Two-seamer up and in. Check swing inside, 3-1. Curveball down. Low, ball 4. First walk from Pops. Runner first with 2 outs, and then I'll bring up the pitcher Rather as well. He's 0 for 1. First pitch Two-seamer down and away. Strike called. 0-1. Four-seamer down and in. Fouled off. 0-2. Four-seamer up and in. Popped up. Shallow left field. Swiner racing in. He will put it away, and that will be a 0 on the board from Pops here in the 7th. Bottom half we go. Doherty, Fielder, and Mahoney due up against Ratherswell as we look to break through on the scoreboard. Doherty 0 for 2 today will lead off. First baseman looking to find her first hit, and Ratherswell done after only 6 shutout innings. I think he had enough in the tank for one more, but hey, good move by the Nemesis to be cautious here. He will leave with a quality start. He gives up only a couple hits, 3 to be exact, and 1 walk. And he strikes out a batter. Let's go ahead and have a look at the numbers here for Joseph Broseph, who's the reliever coming out of the bullpen. He's the only reliever in the Nemesis bullpen we have not seen this year. Broseph has no record, a 2.04 ERA and a 1.08 WHIP. 13 games appeared in. This is his team-leading 14th. 4 earned runs given up with 1 save. 17 2/3 innings pitched. 14 hits surrendered, 4 homers, 5 walks, and 13 strikeouts to lead the bullpen. Batting average against for Broseph is a pretty measly 222. He's pitching pretty well this year. He's locked in. Was on our playoff roster back in year 2. Fastball down and away, a strike, 0-1. Slider down and in is low, 1-1. Fastball at the knees, Doherty ready for it, hits it to center, but she just missed it. Laying there for it, 1 out. Fielder up next, he's 1 for 2 today with a single. Fastball down and away, a strike, 0-1. Low, 1-1. Heater up and in, sure strike, 1-2. Two-seamer down and away, chopped to first. Easy play for Leather on the bare hand, 2 outs. Next up, Mahoney, 1 for 2 with a single. Slider away, line to first, right at Leather, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Broseph. To the 8th, it's still 1-0. Yoder, Find Air, and Hale due up. There's Yoder, 1 for 3 with a single. First pitch to him, fastball down and in, line to second. Fielder dives over his glove into right field. That is a base hit. Second hit for Yoder today. He is 2 for 4, and he is locked in again. Next up is Find Air, 0 for 3 today, as she is no longer locked in. Two-seamer down and away, outside, ball 1. Four-seamer down and in is low, 2-0. Curveball away, outside, 3-0. Fastball up and in, high, ball 4. Second walk for Pops. 2 on and none down now, and that'll bring up Hale. He doubled last time up, he's 1 for 3. First pitch curveball away is outside, ball 1. Two-seamer middle in, that's grounded to first. Doherty there, fires to second, 1. Electra back to the pitcher, in time, double play, 2 outs. Runner to third for Stanza. She singled last time at the plate, she is 1 for 3. First pitch curveball middle in, line to first, Doherty dives, makes that catch, and that saves a run. Good play by the rookie to end the inning. Bottom 8, we strand a runner at third. We're still down 1-0 though. Winkleson, Perez, Electro, and then the pitcher slot is due up. Winkleson is leading off the inning. He's 0 for 2 today. Looking for his first hit off of Broseph. Fastball up and in is a strike, 0-1. Broseph and Ratherswell both hitting the corners today. That one's low, 1-1. Fastball up, swung through it, 1-2. Slider up and in, grounded up the middle, and Winkleson has his first hit today as it's into center field. He's 1 for 3. Speedster on to start the inning, and then I'll bring up Perez, who's 0 for 2. Runner goes on the first pitch, fastball up the knees, lined at the middle. Sports is there on the failed hit and run. It's going to be a double play. What are the odds? Especially on a rattled second baseman who hasn't done anything at the plate. Electra up next, he's 0 for 1. Heater low, ball 1. Fastball up and in, line to Sports. 1 hopper, he backhands it cleanly. 1-2-3 inning. That is the epitome of bad luck, and it's basically been the story of our season. Close, but not quite good enough. To the 9th, it's 1-0. Sports, Lang, and Eel due up. Sports 0 for 3 today. He is currently rattled. He can make all the defensive plays in the field, but he can't hit. As Winkleson knocks it past Electro into left field, there's his first hit of the game. He's 1 for 4. Next up, Lang, 1 for 3 with a single. Curveball down and in is a strike. Going 1. He's in the middle of the way. Fouled off. 0-2. Seam ripping in. Chased at strike 3. First punch up for Pops. 1 down. Next up, Eel, 1 for 3 with an RBI single. So far, that's the only run on the board today. This 2-seamer down in the way is outside. Ball 1. Seamer down and in. Ripped down the left field line. That is hooking foul. 1-1 the count. Ball down in the way. Chopped in the hole to short. Retro to second. 1. Fielder to first. Double play, and they get out of the inning with a 0. Good pitching from Pops. 3 shutout innings. Bottom 9, it's still 1-0. Last chance to dance for the Buzzards this year. Pops, Swiner, and Worrymore due up. That's a pinch hitter, our left fielder, and our center fielder. Pops due to lead off. No at-bats on the season, and that's not going to change as she'll leave locked in after 3 shutout innings on the mound. Coming off the bench to pinch hit is going to be Whopper, the big bopper batsman, looking to find some more magic. Batting .500 on the year. 2 for 4. He has a grand slam to his name. Come on, Whopper. Down the middle. Should have swung. Swung late. 0-2. And he'll pop it up to first base. Ledar there. 1 out. Next up, Swiner. He's 0 for 2 today with a walk. He is still locked in, though. Fastball middle in. Grounded up the middle. There for it is Eel. She'll fire at first. 2 down. Last chance for the Buzzards is Worrymore, who's 1 for 3 with a single. Rookie looking to extend the game any way possible. Heater high. Ball 1. Heater high. 2-0. Slider hangs, grounded up the middle, base hit for Worrymore. He's now 2 for 4. That will extend the game with his second single. Winning run coming to the plate. It's Doherty. She's 0 for 3. Team leader in homers and RBIs. Gotta let her hit here. Fastball high, ball 1. Pick off to first to worry about the steal because Worrymore is juiced. That is a fair assumption. Fastball away, 1-1. Fastball up, fouled off by Doherty, 1-2. We're down to our last strike. Fastball up, grounded through the middle, base hit. Doherty keeps the game alive. Holding at second is Worrymore as we're not running on Lang. We made that mistake once already. Tying run at second, winning run at first. Fielder due up next. He's 1 for 3 with a single. Gonna pinch hit for him. Coming off the bench will be Nathaniel Hurls, maybe? Yeah, it's kind of the same batter, really. Yeah, we'll let Ian hit. I guess it's the same batter. 2 for 7 on the year for Ian. Batting .286 with 2 RBIs. This would be his biggest hit of the season by far. Strike in there, 0-1. Chased it down and in, 0-2. Fastball up and in, blooper to short. That's going to end the game. Eel makes the catch, and we lose the final game of the season, 1-0 in a pitcher's duel. That's basically been our season. Inconsistency at its best, and we've been fucked over by most things. That is annoying. Everybody in the Nemesis lineup got a hit except Find Air, and the pitcher rather as well. On our side, only 6 hits for us. That's 2 for Worrymore, 1 for Doherty, Fielder, Mahoney, and Winkelson. Nobody could score, and Swiner at least got a walk, but he was hitless. So was Perez. So was the pitcher slot, Electro, Butcher, and batsman and Swiner. Pitching lines, rather as well. 6 shutout innings. He gets the win. 3 hits, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Quality start. He improves to 2-1. Broseph gets the save. 3 scoreless innings, 3 hits given up. His second save of the year, dropping his ERA under 2. Mondo, 6 innings, quality start, 7 hits, 1 earned run, a strikeout. He falls to 0-3 on the year, unfortunately. Pops, 3 innings out of the pen, 2 hits, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. Player of the game is Kent Ratherswell for his quality start, followed by Trey Mondo's quality start, and then Flash Adar with his 2 for 2 day with a walk. Yes, it is a very good microcosm, very good analogy there, Hoon. That is a very good microcosm of what our season has been. GG, thank you. Well, and that ends our season. Rather disappointingly, it's our first losing season here in the series. First year, we also don't make the playoffs. Alright, well, first things first, we'll take a look around the league. Ooh, a lot of moves here. Jesus, a lot of moves. Moose sign, long reliever Joffrey Jenkins, replacing Joffrey Rockman. Make Steel off the Blowfish, replaced by Madoka Hayata. Beewolf sign Bubbles Garcia as they cut Daxton Kruger. Sawtooth sign Spud Bernard as they cut Darcy Hicks. They're making the playoff push though, so it's kind of a tit for tat move there. Narub Wanga is cut by the Wide Loads for Trip Hannah. As they've been eliminated from the playoffs, Joey McFreddy off the Moose, replaced by Yvette Victorino. Kitty Kaufman is off the Freebooters, replaced by Elijah Gobelson. Gato Moonshada cut by the Hot Corners for Kelby King. Crocodons signed Demi Cardenas as they're going to the playoffs, cutting Carlton Starr off their bench. Good for her. She's going to go play for the playoffs in her second straight year, even though she did absolutely nothing in the regular season. And Bradley Overo is cut by the Wide Loads for Maggie Neggles. Omar Chambo to the Freebooters, replacing Duran Everwalker. Ian Fielder, -5 speed. Not a good sign if you wanted to stay on the roster, Ian. Heidi Mabetz to the Sawtooth, replacing Melody Moods. Batch Wilson off the Beebles. He's replaced by Rodney Park. Hoven Bambino cut by the Wide Loads for Bushy Digman. And the Freebooters cut Juniper Salinas, signing Juan Rojas. Alrighty, let's sim the last couple games here in the season, since it doesn't really matter to us. Just going to go ahead and speed through them. Hot Corners lose to the Wild Pigs 3-1, knocking themselves out of the playoff hunt in the process. Wild Pigs clinch the division. Wide Loads beat up on the Heaters 17-6, as they're now at 9-7, but they have no shot of making the playoffs, unfortunately, unless the Jacks lose out. Blowfish wins 7-6 over the Sandcats there, to finish at 500. Sirloins beat the Sandcats as well, and they finish at 9-7. Overdogs beat the Jacks 8-3. And the Jacks do manage to win in the finale of the season 5-2 to secure their playoff spot. So, playoff seeding as it stands for our conference, the Mega Conference. Grapplers are the 1 at 11-5. Jacks are the 2 thanks to the tiebreaker over the Crocodons. They are at 10-6. The third place, again thanks to the tiebreaker, is the Platypi. They will be the 3, and the Crocodons are the 4 at 10-6 as well. So you needed double-digit wins to get into the playoffs this year, and we would not have done that. So either way, it was not our year. On the other side, for the Super Conference, Wild Pigs are the top seed at 11-5. Sawtooth are 2 at 9-7 as they win the tiebreaker over the Sirloins, who are going to be the 3 seed. And then the 4 seed at 8-8 is going to be the Herbivores by virtue of the tiebreaker. Okay, let's go ahead and look at player development options here real quick. Okay, dumb one. It's alright. He's already a defensive-minded player, so we'll think about it, although Tough Out is very tempting. Ooh, good one for Andrews. Definitely need this one. Swiner, he could use the arm, I'm not going to lie. Outside pitch is a good chance. Too high of a chance to get whiff for Doherty. I'm going to let these two go. And then this one for Michael. I would much rather it be offense. Well, first things first, definitely want to get this one for Andrews because he'll benefit the most from this. And then we'll see of these 3 which ones we want / can afford. Alright, +9 for Andrews. He's now maxed out velo. -2 junk, he gets the 9 accuracy. Yes! Attaboy, PJ, attaboy, you're a B+ now. Hey. He's now maxed out gas. Love to see it. Okay. So of these 3, which one do I like? I like all of them, really. So we can't get both this one for Swiner and this one for Electro. So I'm going to go with the tiebreaker here. Electro's has the higher chance of getting the trait. So we'll do his, and then we'll finish it off by doing this one for Michael. Alright, only the 1 speed, which is fine. Electro was already plenty fast. It's the 1 fielding again. He was already a good fielder. +1 arm. Does not get the Tough Out, though. I really was hoping for that one. And then we're going to get this one for Michael. 2 speed up to 74 and 1 arm up to 83. That's good. Makes him a little bit more solid defensively. Can't afford that one for Buck. We can get this one for Doherty, but that is way too high of a chance to get whiffer, especially for such a young player such as herself. I'm okay sacrificing the fielding and the arm right now because she is pretty good as it stands. Whew, almost hit that one. Okay. Whew, let's take it down a notch. Alright, let's take a look at league leaders here real quick. MVP of the league is Beavis Ortiz, the third year out of 4 that a pitcher has won it. Ortiz, 1.24 ERA, 0.93 WHIP, 220 average against, 29 innings, and 22 strikeouts. Not a bad year. None of our players were in the running for it this season, so we're going to move on. Batting, Winkelson finishes 5th in average, Schweiner 9th. Home runs, Daugherty tied for 2nd in the league with homers, and Worrymore finished tied for 6th. Runs batted in, Daugherty finishes tied for 3rd. Very solid, good year for the rookie. On base percentage, nobody. Slugging percentage, nobody. And nobody in on base and slugging either. Hits, Schweiner finished 2nd in hits, and Winkelson tied for 9th in hits. Worrymore finishes 10th in run extra base hits. Nobody in a strikeout category at least. Nobody in runs scored, nobody in stolen bases. We really didn't run a whole lot. Wins, Bonventre finishes tied for 9th with 2 wins. Our pitching did not have a good year. Nobody in the ERA category, nobody in the saves category either. Nobody in whip, opponent batting average, or strikeouts even. Yeah, it was a really down year for the pitching staff as well. Bonventre finishes 3rd in walks per 9 innings. Mondo finishes in 7th place. Bonventre 3rd in strikeout to walk ratio. We always have one pitcher in the walks and strikeout walk ratio at least. But yeah, it was a really down year for the club as a whole. Not a lot of leaders. Yeah, it was just a rough season. But then again, really young team. I was not expecting them to be world beaters right off the rip, so that is okay. I can accept results like that. Let's look at the playoffs here. Let's go ahead and see who will claim the crown here in year number 4. This will be the end of the episode here as we go ahead and take a preview of the off-season as well. Alright, first matchup, Sirloins and Sawteeth here. That's the 2-3 matchup on the Super Conference side, and the Sirloins blow the Sawteeth out of the water, 9-4. Wild Pigs will also take care of business against the bottom-seeded Herposaurus, 7-3. Jackson Platypi win in 10, 5-4. Good back-and-forth contest there. Grapplers hold off the Crocs, 4-2 in a pitcher's duel. Sirloins rally and win 4-3 as they sweep the series against the Sawteeth. Herbisaurs do enough to force Game 3 as they win 8-4. Platypi win to sweep the series 4-2 as they knock out the Jacks. Love to see it. Crocs force Game 3, 4-1. Damn it. Wild Pigs get the job done. They win the pitcher's duel 4-1 in Game 3. Crocodons also win 4-1 in Game 3. Damn it. Sirloins blowing them up out of the water here in Game 1. 10-5. Not bad. Platypi rally, win 4-2. Love to see it. 10 innings. Wild Pigs beat up on the Sirloins 9-3. They force Game 3. Crocodons do the same. 8-3 the final in that one. Sirloins shut them out 4-0. They're going to the finals. Crocodons win 5-4 and 11. They're going to the finals as well. They then win 6-3 in Game 1 over the Sirloins. Sirloins force Game 3, 2-0. And then the Sirloins blow them out of the water 8-0. You love to see it. Thank you, Sirloins. Thank you. So the Sirloins are the champions here in year number 4. Thank God the Crocs didn't win it. I would never hear the end of it. Agreed, and there is a lot to look forward to unless these players leave. So let's go ahead and take a preview of the offseason here in the My Team screen. Alright. So that was a rough year. First losing record in team history. But I definitely think we have the pieces here to build upon something really special. Schweiner, veteran, played really well above his ratings in left field. He did his job at the top of the lineup. Worrymore had a good year. Rookie Daugherty led the team in homers and RBIs like I thought she would. She had the most power outside of Worrymore. Butcher really underperformed. I would be okay with letting her go for like maybe a backup level first baseman. That way we can take her money, spend it elsewhere maybe. But if there's nothing out there, maybe we'll hang on to her. Maybe she has a bounce back year. I don't want to pull the plug on her too early. That's the thing. I'm stuck with it here. Fielder, I think it's time to get a new third baseman. Obviously, Ian, I love his ability to play every position in the infield, but he just really hasn't contributed much the last couple of years as a starter, so he needs to go. Carter Mahoney, when given the opportunity, he's performed well, so I will gladly hang on to him as the fourth outfielder. Winkelson, really good hitter, got on base, did his job, good speed out there in center. Love seeing him. Perez, I think it's time for the backup catcher to go. He's just not really doing anything. Maybe we get someone younger there. Oliver did alright. He needs to step up big in his second season for sure. Electra's a good bat off the bench. Michael, good defensive person off the bench as well. Hurls didn't really do much when given the opportunity. He's probably just a bench player. We definitely need to look to get a second baseman at some point in here. Whopper Batsman's definitely going to go, so he'll probably be the victim for that second baseman push. Starting pitching, Hokie and Andrews did really well at the top of the rotation. I have no complaints about either of them. We're going to look to keep them. Bonventre, solid final start of the season here in this episode. She's definitely earned her spot for her second season. Mondo, I'm up in the air about keeping. I mean, he didn't really pitch well at all last season. We might need a better fourth starter to make this team a contender. We'll see. Pops was alright. She could have been a lot better. Greeman, good bounce back second season. Love seeing that from him. Pewter Base, all about the base, man. Really rough start to his career, but his last 5 appearances of the season, dude was lights out of his skull. Dude was on it. And Marshall Cuevas, for a mop-up man and taking a line drive to the face, this guy pitched really well, and he had the second lowest ERA in the bullpen. His ERA was 2.53. This dude pitched well above his ratings. I'm looking forward to working with him another year. So yeah, really on the bubble for us. Pops, Mondo, Perez, Batsman, and Fielder. I think those 5 are definitely on the bubble. Butcher is a maybe. I'll come back to her when we actually get into the offseason next time. Agreed, Hoon. Once he found the base, he took off. But yeah, that's going to do it for this episode, guys. We did our job in the first game, winning. We blew the Overdogs out of the water, but unfortunately the sim was unkind to us. We were knocked out of the playoffs via the sim, so we had nothing left to play for in the final game, so we just went ahead and made this a doubleheader episode. Nemesis shut us out 1-0 in the regular season finale. We do, however, take the season series against them 2-1. However, this is our first losing season in franchise history at 7-9, and it's also our first non-playoff appearance. And as you can see, the Sirloins managed to run the table as the 3 seed to win the championship over the Crocodons. Thankfully, our division rivals did not win. So next episode is going to be the off-season. Here's a look at our team's standings right now as it stands in the history, sitting at 41-30. Good winning percentage, but it could be better. And this year was the first year we did not make the playoffs. But thank you guys so much for sticking around. If you made it this deep in the stream, thank you so much. Love seeing all the interaction from everybody in the chat. If you haven't done it already, go ahead and follow me down below. Button to do so is somewhere down there. We'll find it eventually. And if you haven't already on YouTube, go ahead, leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Till next time, everybody, this is the Nasty One, signing off.